There are so many benefits to swimming, so it's understandable if you want to swim for longer and to be able to cover more mileage. And whether it's simply for a distance that you want to do in training or it's actually a race-specific distance that you want to achieve, we are here for you. And today we're going to be covering all the aspects that are required for you to increase your swim distance. The easier something is to do, the longer we can do it without needing to increase any effort. When this comes to swimming, we need to look at your stroke efficiency, your fitness, your pacing, your strength, and other aids in order to be able to increase your swimming distance. This one probably sounds obvious. We're going to start with stroke technique and efficiency. So if you can propel yourself further for every arm stroke for the same amount of effort, it's a no-brainer really with this target. And it all comes down to the catch and the pull. If you do have an efficient catch and pull, you'll go further for every arm revolution. And the catch is initially where it begins, where your hand enters the water before catching that water going into the pull. We've delved into this in a lot of detail in previous videos, so I'm not going to dwell on it today. So once you've worked on that catch, the pull should automatically become more efficient, but concentrate on keeping the elbow high and engaging your lats at the side of your body. As you swim further, this will become more noticeable as the larger muscles will take the force more comfortably than those smaller stabilizing muscles around your shoulders. So do what you can to take the strain off those. Basically, you want to eradicate any unnecessary movement around your stroke, anything that's just not helping you to go faster. So have a look at the amount of rotation you're doing, look at what your head is doing, especially when you breathe, and your leg kick. And to be sustainable as you increase that distance, you want to have a rhythm that you can maintain. And when it comes to leg kick, you might want to reduce that. If you're already naturally a 6-beat leg kicker, you might want to bring that down to 4 or even 2 as you go to the longer distances. And stroke rate can impact on your endurance ability too. I'm not saying you must forcibly slow your stroke rate down, especially if you already have a slow stroke, but find a balance between efficiency and something that is easy to maintain. This is true for all sports. The fitter you are, the easier it is to go at the same pace. Now, aerobic fitness from the other sports will cross over slightly to swimming, but you really can't beat time spent in the pool training. And we'll come on to structured sessions in a moment because it's not as simple as just swimming for longer on each session. This aspect of swimming training is easily overlooked. Yes, efficiency is one part, but strength will help your body to be able to withstand that repetitive movement of a stroke that's over and over again. And if your shoulders aren't adequately strengthened, then they can be susceptible to getting injury. And having a strong core can also help with your body position in the water. So if you can get to a gym, that's the ideal scenario, and you can do some upper body strength work and develop your core then. If you're having to train at home, then you can still improvise, and body weight work will help, as well as using some physiotherabands are great for your shoulders. The ultimate goal is to swim further than you are currently, and how you do that is entirely up to you. If you're after the quicker fix, then you could look to using some aids to help you, something such as a pull buoy. Now this will improve your body position, and for many people it actually makes their stroke more efficient. You can incorporate it into part of your session as you start to increase the distance, but just beware not to become too reliant on this tool, because when you do take it away you'll find it much harder. You can alternatively experiment with using some neoprene shorts, as you can still kick with those whilst benefiting from the buoyancy. When it comes to swimming further, you might well think that you just need to simply swim a little bit further in every session you do. Well, that isn't actually constructive. You need to make sure you have some structure in each of your sessions. Swimming is different to running in that you do want to be swimming further in your training than the final distance you're targeting. That is up to about a 3 to 4 kilometre swim distance. Over that, and you'll need to be making up more distance over several sessions. So let's say you're hoping to build up to swimming 1,500 metres in one go. You could break that down to be 16 times 100 meters as your main set to start with, having a short rest of 10 to 15 seconds. Progress this to 8 by 200s with 15 to 20 seconds rest, and then that main set would still be at 1.6 kilometers. But you'll be testing more endurance as you won't be stopping until every 200. As for the overall session length, always add in a warm-up and a warm-down, and also some drills, as it will all make sure that your total ends up being a little bit larger. So as for this target of 1,500 meters, it's a good idea to keep the minimum length of your session at around 2K. Even the easy bits are still going to help add to that overall swimming endurance. That said, not every session has to be long. You can add in some shorter, hard, intense work, which will really help with your strength and your swimming resilience, as well as just keeping it nice and mixed up. When it comes to actually approaching the longer distance, pacing is important. Now, obviously you've done the training, so you know what pace you feel comfortable at, but it's easy to get excited. So there are a couple of aids that can help you. If you've got a tempo trainer, that will help keep you in the right stroke rate. Or you could even use something like form goggles that we featured on the channel in the past, which will actually tell you your pace live as you're going along. But the biggest key is just trying to hold back a little bit at the start, because you will be much stronger and you'll be really tempted to go off hard, and then you'll suffer later on. So reserve it at the start and finish strongly. Swimming as a sport can take a long time to actually see the rewards, so persistence and consistency in your training really is key. And if you stick to the structure, you will reach those goals. Well, hopefully this has helped you. Give us a like if you've enjoyed it. Remember, you can follow us on our social media channels, and you can also subscribe to us here on YouTube.